G'day, Steve Morgan here, Australian Bass Tournaments. Well, I guess I'm right now in the home of bass gear porn. This is the 55 Bassmaster Classic competitors out in the car park, and they've got time for me to catch up with them. And of course, we're going to catch up with Australia's favourite Bassmaster Elite Pro, Carl Jocumsen. He just had a good feed inside there, checking the cutaways at how big the media launch was, where they dropped all the, you can see the new power pole moves in action. But come and have a chat to Carl. We haven't had much time to catch up with Carl because he's... firstly, I just want to know, how cool was it to have all the Aussies just taking over the practice day start on that cold, wet morning?
Yeah, mate, it was got me super fired up. It was the first time that I sort of really had that, and it was cool because I didn't know you were going to be there. And it's raining and it's cold and nasty, and it's going to rain all day, and I'm sort of getting prepped, and someone's like, there's a bunch of Aussies up the top there. I'm like, no way. So it was like 10 minutes before takeoff, and I ran up there, and all the ABT Team Jocumsen crew were there, and we did the Aussie war cry and got all sorts of fired up. And it's been the talk of the Classic. So many people have mentioned they've seen Aussies out, been in the bus where the Aussies are, so you guys are everywhere. It's been super cool.
I suppose we've got to do a little bit of logistics at the moment, mate. Who's going to lead the war cry in the arena? We got the special seating position for the Aussies. Are you going to lead it, or are we going to lead it?
I'll lead it. I'll give you the cue, and we'll let them know the Aussies are there.
I heard that the arena doesn't allow blow-up items. We've got some blow-up boxing kangaroos there. How are we going to smuggle them in? We might have to put them in your boat as it drives through.
Yeah, we'll Aussies are. I think we just get a pass. We're just like, hey, we didn't know.
Let's just take a little moment and slow down and reflect about what it's like to be in this car park, mate. Like, I'm sure 364 and a half days of the year, this is just a car park. But today, it is the best in the world, fighting for the trophy that every bass fisherman in the world wants to win. You know, do you tear up at times?
Yeah, I've got to sort of keep my emotions in check a little bit because I do really have a job to do. I've got to focus. And because it is super overwhelming, because I've worked so hard and taken so long to get here, when I think about it, it's like, it's literally 24 years. And when I think about it with Kayla, like since start of 2015, we've been talking about it, and Ian and you guys, and talking about the song I'm going to come into, but it's like year after year. And Kayla and I spoke about it last night, how many times we were like, next year we're going to make it. And like a few years ago, I was like, I'm sick of saying that, like, because of, working so hard at it, and now we're here, and it's surreal, and timing is everything, because I feel so good. I feel so relaxed. I'm so happy. I'm just taking it all in. I'm not nervous. I'm just excited. And I'm just looking. That's the cool view right there. There's just this row, and it's just all boats and motors, and it's the guys that are the best in the world. And everyone's rigging, and everyone's looking at that trophy, and it's the pinnacle of the sport. It's the thing I looked at, that the very first one was, I walked down to the bank, and you guys had the grand final on maroon, and no one, anything, I didn't even know about tournament fishing. We walked down there, and I think someone had a few Rangers pulled up on the bank, and I had a passion for fishing, and that's the first time I saw a tournament, and I'm like, that was the ABT first ever grand final on maroon, and I think I was 14. And I went back and I started looking at it, and then I got to watch my first Bassmaster Classic, and I think that was in 2001. And then, so I've watched it on TV for the next, 20 years or something like that. Then in for the next 10, 11 years, in 2011, I got to be in the stands. And then for the last 12 years, I've been working the show and sitting in those stands looking down, and now I'm going to be on the stage. It's pretty crazy.
Historically, as you've been learning how to catch these American bass, you've been less able than the locals to deal with these changing conditions. I wasn't really going to talk about fishing now, but man, it is going to be totally different tournament days to like all of the lead up. Do you feel confident now that you can, now that you're here, you can sort of go and fish your gut, fish your strengths, and sort of wing it like the locals?
Yeah, it's been, I haven't skipped any steps. That's the bit. That's why it's taken me a lot longer. I could have done a lot of different things to get here sooner or make the elite sooner and things like that. But I never took any shortcuts, and that resulted in lots of hard lessons, lots of getting my butt whooped, but I'm so thankful for all of them, because now I'm ready. Now I feel good. Now I know how this runs. I'm not nervous about the Classic at all. I went into practice not making funny decisions like I'm trying to find this winning spot or all of these things. I can see the forecast, what's going to happen, how these fish are going to move. It's been all of those little things. They're building blocks to get me to hopefully be able to actually compete in this Classic and not just be here, you know. And so this is what the weather is that I've been hoping for. The cold weather, it was going to make it a bit more of a real specialist type thing, and I can fish well in that, but I wanted this warming trend bad. It's come a little late, but it's here and it's hot, and things are going to change. And in general, over my career here, that has helped me a lot, because it's not just like down the line certainty, this is what's going to happen. There's a lot of things that can play, and if a few things just go my way, I'm going to have a shot.
Just give us an early prediction. Pick up a bait which is going to play for you this weekend.
I can just pick it up, right? This is what I'm hoping.
Have a look at this.
There's a few big dogs down there. But it hasn't played at all because it's way too cold and the temperature's dropped, and it's not ideal. But now that it's coming up, if something like this comes into play, that's actually going to give me my really best shot. But I have I'm sitting here, I've rigged up 5 or 6 millers, and I've probably got 20 something to go, and that's how this place is going to fish. I'm literally going to be fishing from 30 feet of water to 1 foot of water, from smallmouth to largemouth and everywhere in between. And I feel like that is going to be the key to winning this. It's going to be a very versatile angler, because this place doesn't generally have that like big winning area like what Gussy had, but now that's going to be a lot broken up, and now we really haven't got the weather where that mightn't shine. So I'm hoping a little bit of everything that I've found is going to come good.
Final question. We caught up with G-Man before, said come over and catch him barra in November. He said, oh man, the hunting's good. I told him the deer will still be here when you get back.
Yeah, I'd love to see G-Man catch a barra. It'd be unbelievable. He wouldn't know what to do with himself. He'd probably stay there, but it's hard to get him out of hunting season. You need some guys that aren't obsessed with whitetail, because they get pretty into it here.
He asked how long the flight was. I declined to answer.
Yeah. I saw you guys, you're all like pumped at the start, and I was seeing when you were back, it was a little bit worn out. I'm like, but I'm sure a few beers and the boys you guys were all pretty prepped up in the morning. No, there was no sleeping.
No one went home.
No, yeah, no one went to bed.
All right, we'll let you have some other interviews.
Thanks, mate.
Good luck, mate.
Yeah.
Might see you on the water.
Yep.
Now, this is, of course, Australia's adopted son, Jeff Gustafson. Mate, your barra training in Australia, is it going to help you at all for the Classic? Because by the look of those leaders, you've forgotten about all of it.
Yeah, I'm going a little lighter than these spinning rods I got out would not work for the barra. They would tear them up probably. But when I come back to do the barra thing, those boys better know that I'm going to have a little bit heavier duty tackle. And I know what to expect a little bit more now. So I'm coming to take some money from people over there.
I think a Classic win here is $300,000 US. I don't know what Canadian dollars like. They're sort of the same as you. Like, it's worth more in our money, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we're pretty much the same as Australia. So yeah, it's like $1 million for us.
It's like $2 million for us. You haven't seen the exchange rate, but one thing that people do, and we're supposed to be talking about the Classic, but let's not.
Yeah.
When you fish barra once, you got to go back.
Yeah, no, I can't wait. I had the time. I mean, I've said it everywhere, but I had the time of my life, and just so fun. Like, not only the fishing, that was awesome. I can't wait to do that, but just the people were awesome, the food was awesome, and just you guys treated us like so good. So. Yeah.
We were at the starts the other morning, and Aussies are pretty particular about who we cheer for. Of course, Carl gets the cheerometer going up to 200%,
Yeah.
but I think we shocked you a little bit, because you sort of woke up when everyone started cheering for Gussy.
Yeah, I'll be ready for it tomorrow if everybody's back and they don't, everyone makes it through another night here in Knoxville. But yeah, I'll be ready for it tomorrow. It was awesome. I mean, as fishermen, it's not that often that we get actually people cheering for us. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Come on, your parents cheer for you.
Yeah,
Your family.
I mean, friends and get a little friends and family cheer, but yeah, I can't wait to see everybody in the arena too, and yeah, make some noise. This is our big event for the year, and you never know how many more of these you'll get to do. So you just try to enjoy it all, and that makes it extra special for sure.
Final question. Jocumsen, Gustafson, who's going to be higher at the end of day 3? Because you both going to be fishing day 3, aren't you?
I hope, yeah. I'm fishing to win, man, and I know Carl is too, and yeah, that would be like the dream finish for if it worked out, and hopefully we'll both be in the mix at the end. We talk to each other, once or twice every day in practice, and share a lot of info with each other and compare notes, and we both, I think, are going to have a decent chance going into this thing. It's not the easiest place to fish. It's like anywhere, you need to have a little luck, and but I think we're hopefully going to put ourselves in the position to do well.
Because just quietly, he hasn't got any little stuff like that tied on. Just shh.
Yeah, he's hiding it probably. Yeah, I'm going to hide mine too here before too long.
Good luck, mate.
Okay.
So the other thing, of course, when you get 55 boats in a parking lot is you end up with a whole lot of cool boats and trucks to look at. Check this out. So there you go, we've caught up with Carl, we've caught up with the adopted Australian Gussy. Which of those two is going to do better in the Classic? Put your comments down below. I'll leave you with a car park full of boats and trucks.